This was one of those lakes that when it would get super cold, we would come here. When it was like too windy and cold to fish Toho, we'd come here. Ooh, there you go. Wacky rig. That's all your second cast with it?
Yeah.
What's up? Long time no see. I'm with Tad, who's been in 74 of my videos now. We're at the Conway Chain of Lakes, which is gonna make my buddy Ben real mad because he fishes over here a lot. And this chain of lakes is kind of by the Orlando airport. I think I did a video here a while back, but we fished Toho yesterday and it just had an off day. And Tad's here with me for 3 days. So we decided he likes to go exploring, so we came to the Conway Chain. I used to fish here a lot when I was in college going to UCF because this was the closest chain of lakes to that I liked, close to University of Central Florida. But we're here today. This lake's kind of been making a big comeback. It used to be a lot of little small fish. That was a small one, a couple pounds. But it's kind of making a comeback. These lakes are cyclical. Like right now, the Butler Chain of Lakes, where I do a lot of video, you have fished a lot in the past. You go over there and catch a lot of small fish. It's kind of hard to find the big fish there. And that's kind of what this lake went through for a while. But some of these bigger fish are starting to show up again. And hopefully this lake's setting up to be good again for the next few years. But I'm throwing my shad jerk, dead sticking it. Tad was throwing a spinnerbait, but I just switched him over to a wacky rig, one of our new, our Stickler, which is kind of like our version of the Cinco type bait, and a green pumpkin chartreuse tail, just wacky rigging it. It's got a good quiver to it when it's sinking down. But we're up here in like 13 feet of water throwing off of a grass edge. I just missed one a second ago and he caught that one. So stay tuned and see how many fish we can catch today. There you go. Wacky rig. Apparently, I had spinner baits and jerk baits all rigged up. And we come out here and there's no wind. Apparently we're gonna be wacky rigging, or Tad is. They swallow it. So I know with a wacky rig, a lot of people like to use those tiny little hooks and put an O-ring on it because you know, these stick type baits, they fall apart pretty easily. But that was when we made this bait, we wanted to make it more durable without losing, you know, the effect that it has. So we reshaped it and came up with different plastics. Tried not to put a whole bunch of salt in it because the salt makes it fall apart. And I got it to where it's about 5 to 8 times more durable than some of the other brands. Little one. And I like throwing them on a 2/0 Kale hook, the same type of hook that we throw our live bait, our wild shiners on. You know, a lot of these stick type baits or Cinco type baits, you cast them off a lot because they're so brittle. But he's caught 2 on it now, and this one is ripped a little bit, but it's probably got some more cast left in it, and we're just sticking it right through the middle, just like that. Wacky rigging it. Caught 2 on it. There you go. Ooh. I'm not ready. We just got to a new spot. Tad caught one already. Ain't a bad one.
Oh, actually, I thought it was bigger than that.
He loaded up on it when you set the hook.
Yeah.
I think I need to throw a wacky rig because that's all they're biting.
Sure.
A couple pounds, 2.5.
Pretty cold.
Yeah. That was your first cast, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
You know, like I mentioned earlier, we're just throwing them on like a 7'1", medium heavy, 13 rod and reel, and then I got 15-pound mono on there. You could go lighter here. The water's real clear, but it's overcast, and I don't think these fish care that much. That's it, just the green pumpkin chartreuse tail. Color might not even matter that much. Tad's on fire. I'm not doing a very good job being a camera guy. He just caught that last one. I didn't turn the cameras back on. They're not giants, but they're good. They're healthy fish. We're literally just, I used to fish this lake a lot, like I was saying, We're out in 17 feet, 17, 18 feet of absolute nothing. There's nothing here. There's no grass, nothing. It's just 18 feet deep. And a lot of schooling fish typically on this lake, but it's real overcast, and that tends to knock the schooling fish down. We've seen 2 or 3 little fish blow up. I don't really care if they blow up, as long as it keeps catching them.
Got them in the bone, the plate.
Thought it was gonna be a spinner bait, jerk bait, maybe a topwater day, and it's a wacky rig day apparently. So, doesn't matter what you want to do sometimes, you just gotta do what the fish want to do. Oh. I got to catch one finally. Little tiny one. They sure do thump it hard, don't they? That was way down. Oh, it's eelgrass down there. So I said before we weren't over any grass, but we actually are. Because right out here it drops to like 20 feet and there's nothing. And then I get up here in 18 feet and the grass actually comes about 5-6 feet off the bottom. Apparently there's some eelgrass down there. Just another one. I think we caught 5 now. Tad likes to catch his back to back. Some bigger fish would be nice. Yeah. God, see that? It just hit, my line just straightened out.
Okay.
Yeah. I missed that one though. There, he came back and got it. Might be a school over there or something. Fish aren't super smart here when you find them. I'm not sure if that's the one I just missed or not, but they're attacking this thing. Nothing big, but they're fun. I wish I was better set up today to do some like underwater stuff. Like put a camera underwater, but I'm not. But when we designed this bait, we wanted it to have a good quiver to it and not just be a straight piece of plastic like some are. See if you can see this. Not even sure if that's picking up on the camera, but when it's sinking, it's got a good quiver to it. Some of these baits are just made out of like standard plastisol. They just like that. Got to have that quiver when you're wacky rigging. Here. Got him?
Yeah.
Getting smaller. Those first couple were decent.
Yeah.
We're catching some fish, but I think all this cloud cover, it's real calm. This is the first ripples we've had on the water. We moved down a little bit, but these clear lakes, believe it or not, here in Florida, you need some sunlight to pop out to get these fish moving around on these shad. We're still getting bit, still wacky rigging. Nothing super exciting yet. I like wind and sun, that would be awesome. There's one. I didn't even feel him hit. He was just like, I couldn't tell if it was grass or not at first. Another giant. Just hitting random spots. Not random spots, all spots I've caught fish in before. But I think we've caught a fish every spot we've stopped.
Yes.
But not that big.
And to stay consistent, we need to catch another one. Been catching 2 at every
Yeah.
spot.
Yeah. Yeah, they're coming in groups. They're not playing around though when they hit it.
ready. This is gonna be a big one.
Oh. You're just letting it sink, weren't you? It ain't bad. Compared to a couple last couple ones we've thrown. Oh, he's swallowed it. A lot of draw. This lake's like this all over the place. This whole chain of lakes. And we came through this spot earlier today, but I wanted to I'm hoping the sun pops out. I don't think it's going to. That'll get these fish schooling. We drove through here and I said I was gonna fish it later. And we just came back through, just got here, and we saw some pretty good school of fish come up. That's the first school of fish we've really seen come up. But then as soon as we get over on them, they're done. He's still throwing that wacky rig stickler, trying to catch him on a spinnerbait. See what happens. Is that a fish? Yep, there's one. These things pull, don't they? Not being very big. Good Lord, give it up. So we have a pattern. Our pattern was that every time we'd stop on a new spot, we catch like 2 right away. But that pattern's kind of changed a little bit. The last like 2 or 3 spots we've gone up, we catch like 1 as soon as we get there. We've been here about 5 minutes though. And we may not catch another fish here now since we just caught one. But it doesn't matter. Like the last little clip we were on that, got over there and those fish were schooling and you caught one right away. We never saw another fish blow up and we never got another bite. But we've literally caught fish now in every single spot we stopped.
Yes, that's true.
But not a lot. We haven't found a spot where we're catching, 8 or 10 or anything of size. This is not the best fishing weather. Yesterday we had perfect weather. We were on Toho and the bite was absolutely horrible. For whatever reason, just didn't bite Toho yesterday. It was sunny, 8-mile-an-hour breeze, perfect. And they didn't bite. Today it's dead calm and overcast, which I'd rather have that kind of day we had yesterday here. Some sun and wind, probably get these fish moving around before catching them. Just rather have some bigger ones. Got them? Here's my big fish spot. We're on a top secret spot now for big fish. Kept our streak alive. We've caught at least 1 fish in every single spot we've stopped. Ain't a bad one. Ain't a good one, but ain't a bad one. That one was like down in the grass too, wasn't it?
Swallow that.
See ya. Ooh. Just another one. We're about to head in. We got some rain moving in. It is about as calm as it can possibly be outside. I mean, it is just flat. We caught fish. I think every spot we stopped, we're back on the spot we first started this morning, and we haven't caught one here. But we did catch a couple. This is where we caught our first 2 this morning. Just trying to get a bigger bite. Didn't get any bigger bites today, but we literally caught them all over the place. Every single fish, I think we caught every one of them on the wacky rig, didn't we?
Yes.
On my green pumpkin, chartreuse tail, stickler. It's 5.5 inches long. And just wacky rigging them with a 2/0 Kale hook. That's the way I like to rig them. Just stick it right through the middle. I just couldn't get on a big bite. I think a lot of it had to do with this weather. It's kind of nice outside, but I would have rather had some sun and like a 10, 20 mile an hour wind. Fine out here, all this clear water. You get on these lakes like this, the fish are pretty easy to catch, but you need something to bunch them up, and we didn't have that today. They're just scattered all over the place. But if we had sun and wind, I think it would have put them on some of these grass beds. But thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Go and catch one.